Today, on How-Tos and Reviews with Booze, we'll be showing you how to replace a photocell light sensor so that you too can do it yourself.
If you have a photocell sensor for one of your exterior lights, and for some reason the light is either staying on when it shouldn't, or if it's not turning off when it should, then obviously something's going on and you might need to replace it. This video will hopefully help you figure out why it's not working and how to replace it if you need to. So here is the photocell sensor. Now, you either have one of two issues. The light is either coming on and staying on throughout the day, throughout the night, basically does not matter, or you have the problem where the light is not coming on at all. If the light is coming on all the time, then the sensor is either not working at all, or it's going to be coated right there with enough dirt that will make it think that it's nighttime. And if the sensor thinks it's nighttime because there's too much shade coming in, then obviously the light's going to get activated. The other scenario is that the light is not coming on at all. Usually this would only happen if the sensor is bad. So come up, take a look at your light. If it does look a little bit dirty, wipe off the lens real quick, make sure that that is not the issue, and then if it continues to malfunction, then unfortunately you're going to have to replace it. Now if you do need to replace it, they can easily be found at a place like Home Depot. You can see this one was only about 10 bucks, so it is a very cheap repair to do if you need to do it, and it's actually incredibly easy. So start off by unscrewing the old sensor from the base. You'll most likely need to remove the housing or the face of the housing that the electric wires are in. And in that case, that's what I'm going to do right now. I should really also take this time to let you know that you need to turn off the power to either the house or the outlet before you attempt this repair. Otherwise, you're going to get electrocuted, and it would not be good if you were 2 stories up in the air when that happened. Then again, my particular problem is that the light was staying on all the time, so I don't think that this is on, considering the light no longer is. See, this nut just slipped off as I was working on this. We're going to end up replacing this just to make sure that everything is working well. Now we can also see that the photocell sensor has a white, the red, and the black wires. We can also see exactly where they are attaching. So now we're going to take those apart. Before we do anything, we're just going to make sure that we also have the exact same setup, so it'll be nice and easy to hook it right back in. So now we're going to take apart the white. We're going to disconnect the red. Make sure you're keeping note of which wires are attached to which. In this case, the black is attached to the blue, the red is attached to the black, and the white is in with the white clusters. So we'll just feed these wires back through the same hole. And we will attach the red to the black. We will attach the black to the blue. And we're back. Black and the blue go together. And the white will go with the white. Just to show you a little bit closer here, we've got the photocell, the new wires running in through the knockout where all the wires go in. Again, if you have any of these electrical nuts that need to be replaced because they're worn out, now's your best time to do it. And see what I mean? It's pretty easy. You just have 3 wires that you need to take a nut off of and then put the nut back on. Now we just have to put the light fixture back in, screw in that to the housing, and then we'll test it out to make sure it works. So just a little tip for you guys, when you go to put in this photocell sensor, it's going to twist the wires when you screw it in. And ideally you don't want there to be a lot of tension on those wires. So what I would recommend is twist it counterclockwise just a couple of times before you go to put it in, so that as you're twisting it, the wires that you just twisted up will become untwisted. And you're done. Now that you're done, just turn the breaker on, make sure that the light's working the way that you want it to. In this case, you can see the light right behind me there, and it is not on, which is good because before, the issue is that the light would never shut off. So I'm going to go up now, test the sensor, make sure that it's actually working the way it should, and then we'll call it a day. It's actually very easy to test these to make sure that they're functioning correctly. All you have to do is cover the sensor up with your hand for a couple of seconds. You will see the light start to come on. Some of these will have a timer on them, so they might need to sense darkness for a minute or two before they come on. But after you have your hand on there long enough, check your light, see if it's on, and you know your repair worked. So like I said, it's pretty easy to do. It only costs about 10 bucks and takes about 15 minutes of time. So it should be pretty easy for most people to tackle. Definitely can save you some money considering an electrician might charge you $100, $200 to come out and do the repair. So if you guys have any questions or need any help, feel free to comment below. And I'll see you guys next time on How-Tos and Reviews with Boots.